Portugal as he gets ready to face Moses Itauma on August 16th. Dillian, look, always great to be speaking to you. Yeah, how's things? How are you, mate?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Still smiling, thank God.
Yeah, that's what we want to be hearing. But yeah, look, back in another big fight, back in the mix again. But yeah, you're back in Saudi Arabia. Obviously 6 years on from when you first boxed there against Marius Wack. I mean, there's a lot more boxing that's happened there since you fought there. But yeah, I guess good to be back and good to be sort of back in the mix and over there.
You know what? It's great to be back. 3 years ago, I was sitting down just thinking to myself, man, every time there's a big shift in boxing, I miss out. Every time there's a big shift in boxing, I miss out. I was just praying and hoping to get back to the table and get one of these big cards and obviously showcase around the world and get one of these big events in Saudi. And obviously got there, I mix and mingle with the people. So yeah, I'm grateful and ecstatic and over the moon and thankful for the opportunity.
Yeah, it's interesting you said that there about you sort of worried about missing that big shift. Yeah, I guess what was that feeling like when you did see so much boxing sort of happening over there? Obviously, it started with Fury and Garner, etc. Like, what was that worry like for yourself where it felt like, look, no, I might be missing out here?
It was terrible because, obviously when the big DAZN contract came, everyone knows that Matchroom got a contract apart from me, from the zone, I think was good. Okay, I fought on me and Matchroom with our thing at the fights and then missed that. Then now another big shift happened. Then I'm like, damn, I'm gonna miss another big shift. Oh man, I need to stay motivated and be dedicated and have these small fights in Cork, in Gibraltar. Just I need to stay busy. I'm not gonna sit around and wait. I gotta get busy and get back in the conversation. Do some interviews. My teams has been working night and day, building relationship. Giving their heart, just doing, believing in me and just fighting with me and just yeah, making conversation, making relationships. Obviously, patching up things with Queensbury and Frank Warren, obviously, and stuff. So yeah,
Is it, is it a sort of, what's that like working with Frank now? Because I remember you think back to like 3 years ago, obviously with the Tyson Fury fight, there was sort of everything going on there. Does it show how much sort of times can change now when you're working with Frank?
you know, me and Frank never really had no beef like that. Obviously, it is what it is. Obviously, I said, I'm a loyal guy. If I'm with you, I'm with you. I was in Matchroom at the time. Things were said to defend the Matchroom at the time. I'm with Frank now. If things is said against Frank, then I will from Matchroom, I will defend Queensbury. That's what I am. I'm a loyal guy. But now, even though I'm in the Queensbury roster, I'm still going against Queensbury now. So now
Mm.
I'm like, interesting position to be in. Suspicious. So, you know.
Yeah,
And I
I
know, I
mean,
know. Obviously, I know they want Moses to win because obviously he's been there for long. They've invested in him, so I'm not deluded and thinking, oh yeah, Queensbury team. Nah, as I'm saying, I'm always in between a rock and a hard place. It's my whole life, man.
yes, that goes on to my next question. Where I was going to say, like, how would you approach this fight for yourself? Because you've been competing at a world level for God knows how many years now, and it's almost like it's Moses' big step up for himself, and it's seen as like you're almost seen as sort of the acid test, I guess, for Moses. How do you approach it when you are fighting someone who hasn't really boxed anyone like yourself before, and it is a big step up for him?
He's dangerous. Listen, like I said earlier, he been compared to Mike Tyson and all these ferocious guys, And I look at the comparison. Who have I ever been compared to in the 80s and the 90s? Not even. Let me see. Who is there? Not even a gatekeeper, a journeyman. So you know, it's the biggest fight of my life and career. Obviously, everyone's saying how great he is, or this he is, and this and the other. So yeah, I'm approaching it with that mindset. It's the biggest, hardest fight, the hardest puncher, the quickest puncher, the fastest guy, the strongest guy, the most intelligent, the most patient is boxer. Everyone portray him as a superhuman and as So yeah, that's how I'm approaching the fight. I'm fighting Superman.
You said there about like the sort of the fight. Not you spoke about being suspicious, I guess, in a sense. When the fight got offered to you, what was that feeling like? Saying like, okay, you want me to fight Moses, who like,
I,
which is
I took it. I took it right away, even without even knowing
mm,
how much they pay me or when the fight was. I took it right away. Listen, they're trying to feed me to the wolves.
mm.
They're trying to feed me to the wolf and make me get torn apart by the pack. But what you don't understand is I've been an alpha male. I've been at the bottom of the pack. I've been in the middle of the pack. I've been at the top of the pack. You know, and maybe I'm older wolf, but shit, I still got fucking teeth, man. I still got teeth, and I got two metal ones too. They last long, you know. I got teeth, and I'll bite the fuck out of someone, you know. Don't play me. I'll fuck someone up, you know what I mean. So don't let my. I know exactly what I was trying to do. So I just said, okay, cool. I'll go along. I'll do whatever you don't want to do. But I know exactly what this is. But at least they didn't try and wear end me and try and go for the back door. They came straight up and say the fight's there. Turkey or Sheikh won the fight. So I said, oh, great. Let's get it. Let's get it.
So you didn't take it because there's a lot of guys that would have taken that almost as a disrespect in a sense, like you're trying to get me to fight this young guy. Like you didn't take it like that.
No, it's not this bad. I took it as a blessing and as a credit. You know what I mean? Obviously, I know what they're trying to do. I know exactly what they're trying to do. But like I said, you know, you have to take opportunities. You know, like I said, if you don't take opportunities, you're never gonna know. Like I said, you know, everyone wanna go to heaven, but no one wants to die. So there you go.
Was there a time where when was you first sort of aware of Moses? You know, you hear all the stories of him when he was 15, 16, 17, sparring all the guys around the world. Um, you know, I'm sure you would have heard about him in the circuit. When were you thought first getting to grips of who Moses was?
Not too long ago, and then met him. He's an alright guy. We chatted a couple of times about a couple of things. We sat ringside and everything was good, and that's it. You know. So yeah.
Do you feel like for yourself it also proves that you know you will fight anyone at any time at anywhere like because there's not a lot of people that would take in the fight like you have.
A lot of people is coward and a lot of people talk a lot, say a lot of things. I just try and be a man of my word and just try and get things done and just be about it instead of talking about it. And it's easy to talk about stuff and scream and shout about stuff, but are you really about that stuff that you're screaming and shouting? You know? Are you about that stuff? Because something may be harder, maybe because the media is portraying someone to be something, or it might seem like I'm out and I'm gonna say, oh, no. Put my hiking gear on. Let's get it. Come on, let's go. If I fall down, I'll try 100 more times.
As a heavyweight, do you feel like there are a lot of guys in your division who don't sort of share that same mantra as yourself in terms of wanting to fight everyone? Like they might talk about it, but it doesn't follow through with their
A lot,
words.
a lot of guys are pussies, man. Even in life, a lot of guys are pussies. A lot of guys. That's why you have so many unsuccessful, knowledgeable, overqualified people that's walking around that never. There's people that's got doctor's qualification, nutrition qualification, people that's got years in experience, but they're not think of it. Why? Because they're cowards. They're cowards. They ain't got the ball's big enough to take risks and to invest time and to think, oh, you know what? I got 2 grand in the bank. I'm gonna risk it all in this and hope and pray and have faith in God and believe that, you know, in God's plan. And if it fails, you go again, you know. And I try not to be one of those people.
No, I respect that. Do you believe you are the man that can take Moses into deep waters? Like you'll make him ask them questions about himself that no one's been able to do so far.
I believe I'm the man that's gonna beat him. I don't care about deep waters and this and the other. It might get done early, you know.
Mm.
Deep
Okay.
waters, worry about. There's many things to worry. You have to worry about the sun, the shore, the shoreline, the before you get to that. So I'm not with deep waters come when it comes.
Mhm.
There's lots of things to deal with before you get to deep waters, you know.
Regardless if you care about sort of this or not, but do you still feel like at this point there's more to prove than ever now in your career?
Yeah, of course, yes. You know, of course, I want to try and fight for the title again. So yeah, you know, now there's a long line of guys and great fighters and good prospect and good contenders and good challengers. So yeah, 100%.
Mhm. I wanted to ask you about an old foe of yours, Derek Chisora. He went on TalkSport to say he sent you a message when he heard the fight when the fight got announced to yourself, sort of questioning why you took the fight. What was that? What was that message like from Chisora? What was he saying to yourself?
I saw his number come on my phone and I think, what the fuck does this cunt want? Why is he calling me? I think, why is this cunt calling? But I'm not disrespectful. I think, okay, called me twice, so I call him back. I call him back. He said, why are you taking this fight? And I said, bro, because I ain't scared and I'm in the game to fight. And he goes, but why? And I said, bro, why am I take advice from you when I spanked you twice? I said, bro, I almost ended your life, bro. So Why am I take advice from you? I said, it doesn't make sense, bro. I said, listen, you can do what you want. Wait, how long's it been since he last fight? He's waiting, he's waiting, he's waiting. What are you waiting for, bro? You have to fight. You have to fight. We're not getting older, bro. You're 70,000 years old, bro. We have to fight. You know, what are you waiting for? Waiting, bro, let's fight. You know, you say your war your slogan is war. Marvin Hagler is
Yeah.
the slogan. He fought anyone.
Hmm.
How can you compare yourself to someone and be like someone and then all of a sudden you was this offensive bad man, fight anyone, willing to fight anyone, and then all of a sudden, because something's a big challenge or there's some danger, strings attached to it, no, I don't want to fight. No. He said he got 2 million offer. He might get less for his next fight. And he might even be a wrestler fight for him.
Hmm.
But this is a very deluded, strange, weird, awkward kind of guy, you know, and he smells as well.
He also said that you got more chance of winning the lottery than beating Itauma. Did you make any response to that?
He said the same thing when I fought him, remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
He said
Yeah.
the same thing when I fought him, when I beat him twice. He said the same thing. He said, he's gonna go through me like laxative pills or whatever, but shit. When I finished with him, there was nothing going for him apart from just the faith of God. That's all I was going for him. But so yeah.
Mhm. When you look back now and you shared so many rounds with Chisora, had a great fight, great two fights, obviously. Is there still respect there from him, even though he sort of does come out and say these things about yourself?
No, he's this is a scumbag. He's somebody that will laugh in your face and say good things in your face when he sees you, and then he'll talk shit behind your back. That's why I ain't got no more time for him anymore. You see, when he sees me, he's all friendly and da da da, and he asked me to come in the ring and help him walk back to the changing room for his last fight and that. But he's a prick. He's a nasty human being, you know. He's a nasty, and also he likes to bring up people's past and people's previous history and belittle them and shove shit in their name. But bro, you shouldn't do that because you're a scum. There's records of your scumness, bro. You know, like you talk about people beating that, bro. It's like I'm not here to even go on about him, but he's a scumbag. Just look in Derek Chisora. Put Derek Chisora's name on YouTube and look in Derek and Google and look at Derek Chisora. He's a scum. He's scum. You know what I mean? You know, back in the day, I beat him. I helped him out. I put him on my undercards, helped him, give him opportunities, bring him back to the thing. We fought. We fought again. I've been respectful to him. I even say give him credit, but he's a prick. You know, Derek is an asshole. You know, someone like that is poison. Just the way he talks, the way he looks, the way he carries on. I'm just like, oh man, you just nah, you just the way he is. Sometimes it's like, man, bro, you need to chill, man. Go brush your teeth or something.
The way you talk there, would there still be a fight? Do you think there's still one more fight against Chisora that you'd want?
I tried to make it for the last 2 years, and he keeps turning it down. He said, "What am I gonna fight you again for? You almost killed me last time. He beat me up twice. What am I gonna fight you again for?" So he doesn't want it. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Uh,
why
uh,
this
the-
fight, come about because we was trying to get the Cesaro fight,
okay.
messing about, and then Kingsbury chopped me some other names, and I said, "Yeah, hell yeah."
Okay, interesting. At this point in your career, Dillian, as we was talking earlier about yourself being on the world level for so many years, um, do you reflect on your career? Do you sort of look back at the great moments that you've created for the British public? Whether it be the AJ fights, the Parker fights, both the Chisora fights. Could be there forever on talking about sort of great fights you have. Do you ever have time to reflect on your career and the moments that you've created for the British public? I guess.
Much more that I want to do and achieve. I'm focused in the future, not the past. I'm not an archaeologist. I don't like digging in the past. You
Mm.
know, archaeologists get paid for digging in the past and finding history. I don't. I get paid for the future, not for the past.
Mhm. Is that something that you do? Do you feel like at the end of your career then? Would you say?
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
When I look back and say, you know what I mean, little old me, you know what I mean? I remember I came from Jamaica with a small rucksack full of clothes, nothing, not even what I mean, into where I've achieved and where I am, no educational background, no schooling, nothing. A massive family, my mom raising a shoestring budget. Big up to mom. Mom's a proper G.
Do you and when you look at sort of everything you've been through, and you look now, obviously going to fight Moses in Saudi Arabia, and that's just a list of things that you've sort of done in your career. Is it surprising to see how much you've achieved? Would you say?
You know what? I have even looked at it, worried
Mm.
about it because sometimes you can get lost in the soup. So I just try to focus on the next event, the next event, the next thing I'm trying to achieve, man. So, I don't want to say, oh, this is this and this is that. There's still so many things more I want to do and to achieve, and I need to get to this goal as well. So I'll tell you in the ring in Saudi.
Okay, good stuff. Look, before I do let you go, haven't actually had the chance to speak to you about Daniel Dubois against Alexander Usyk. Firstly, I guess your thoughts on the fight and the criticism that's come from Daniel since then. You know, a lot of people sort of questioning the fight getting stopped, saying he quit, etc. What was your sort of gathering of that whole fight and then response?
Look who is at the front charge of those criticisms. Derek Chisora.
Mm,
Some some.
mhm,
Yeah, he's at the charge saying, bro, give the guy a chance to settle down. He's a kid. He made mistakes in the fight. He's a kid, and obviously, as we know, Daniel's obviously got his issues of whatever, obviously, whether it's autism or learning. I don't know. I'm just saying. Pardon me if I say anything wrong or
of
learning
course.
difficulties or whatever. He's done great. He's done amazing. He's done amazing. He won the world title. There's never won a world title. He won the world title. He fought Usyk twice. Usyk's not an easy fight. He fought him twice. He done amazing. I don't think he quit. That last left hook that he got,
Mm,
shit. That was right right here in the
mm,
line. That
mhm,
he pushed the horses and Ivan made him pay for it. So that's it. He learned not to push the horses. So I don't think he quit. I think he just got. It was a hard fight mentally and physically. Usyk made it. In the first 20, 30 seconds, Usyk made a massive adjustment in his pace and what he was doing. And I think
yeah.
he just applied a lot of pressure to Daniel mentally and physically. And I think Daniel got broken down mentally and physically before he even got knocked out. So yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. We are human beings, we make mistakes, and sometimes the pressure things can get to you. So yeah.
Mhm. I understand that. Look, Dillian, always a pleasure to catch up with you. Always do appreciate you taking the time to speak to me. And yeah, I'm sure we'll be catching up in a couple of weeks in Saudi Arabia. But yeah, all the best on August 16th.
God
Cheers,
bless, man.
mate. Thank you.